Welcome back, everybody, to another session of Good Mischief. Excellent. So, I had a conversation with a friend over the weekend. Actually, we had some good coffee. It was awesome. And I let on that I was writing a book. I know, I was so sneaky. And they're super jazzed about it. But they instantly followed up with the words that they could never imagine writing a book because of how long books typically are. In fact, saying the number of like 150 pages, 200 pages, 250 pages, they said was unfathomable, and that just seemed out of reach for them. And this got me thinking, maybe my friend, who's very creative, by the way, was focused on the big problem of this like page / maybe word count. Instead, they needed to break the problem into something more digestible. Allow me to explain this. On average, a typical book runs around 50,000 words, or about 250 pages, depending on the size of the page, as well as the font on that page. Now, at first blush, that sounds like a lot, but in reality, it's actually not that bad. Here's what I mean. There are about 365 days in the year, as you may know. Well, with the exception for those leap years, which are tricky little beasts, but most of the time, you can expect 365 days of time. Now, if we take the 50,000 words that it takes to write a book and divide that by 365, that's only 136.99. Let's call it 137 words a day, people. That ain't nothing. And by the way, this is the exact calculation I did myself before embarking on writing my book. I was like, 50,000 words seems like a lot. Then I did the calculation. I was like, that's completely doable. And that's what I mean. 137 words is nothing. It's peanuts. Most people will text well over 150 words in a day alone. So you're already kind of doing the work. Sure, it's a little unstructured, but you're still doing the work, so you're still getting credit for it. But what does that mean? Like, why am I ranting about how awesome simple math is for a writer, especially a new writer? Well, that's because it's so darn attainable. That's right, I use the D word, and with good reason. We live in times where you don't even need to sit at a desk anymore. Heck, you could be in a boat, in a plane, running with your dog, eating pizza. You could use a smattering of tools to help you reach that 137 words. And with a bit of a habit, you can have 50,000 words completed in 1 year's time. Like that. I know, it's pretty crazy. Now, sure, there's additional details, and I'll be honest with you. Things like plot and character development, exposition, and relationships. But don't worry, that's the fun part of figuring out the writing process and also creating the story that you're really invested into. And the best part of this is you're not alone. In fact, there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of writers going through the exact same process. And even better than that, there's an entire channel dedicated to helping writers. I wonder what that channel could be. So, stay motivated, keep your eye on the ball, trying to think of another good saying, and tune in next time when I dive into some more additional details about how to support your writing habits, your writing processes to get you successful and get that story published. Have yourself a great day, everybody.